Today, China's newest crew took control of the country's orbiting space station. It's the latest mission for a country with sights on the moon and beyond. As CBS's Mark Strassman reports, NASA is on notice.
China has all the markings of a rising space power. A reliable rocket program, an orbiting space station, and rovers on the moon and Mars.
So you got to give them credit. They're good.
NASA Administrator Bill Nelson.
Are we in a new space race?
We're in a space race. For us to go back to the moon, for them to get to the moon.
This space race's prize, the moon's south pole, where there's ice. That means water, air, and rocket fuel, critical to use the moon as a springboard to Mars. The U.S. plans to build a base there as part of its Artemis program. But China does too.
What to you is worrisome about all this?
They are not transparent. And you better watch your stuff. They get there and they say, this is our territory. You stay out.
Kevin Polpeter has studied China's space moves for more than 2 decades.
And then we would get into a situation that could turn from competition perhaps into conflict.
We've got a situation over here.
That's what happens in Apple TV's original series For All Mankind. A competition between countries to mine scarce lunar resources turns deadly.
Space is no longer science fiction. And if the United States does not maintain its lead, we are at risk of losing our national and economic security.
And liftoff of Artemis 1.
For NASA, the race back to the moon is a marathon. After a test flight last year, the agency plans to send a crew around the moon late next year. Then in 2026, a moon landing mission. But supply chain problems, technical challenges, and other delays threaten NASA's schedule.
Are you concerned that those delays could be significant enough that the Chinese would get there first?
We should be landing before they would have a chance. But beware, because they are very aggressive.
This year, China announced its lunar timetable is accelerating. Astronauts on the moon by 2030, 5 years earlier than previously planned. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Washington.